keep score. You can feel free to put your device down, as this quiz is designed purely for listening. This is just a gentle quiz to help quiet your mind and guide you toward rest. Tonight's topic is Halloween. Let's begin. What vegetable was originally used to make jack-o'-lanterns before pumpkins? Turnips. What is the name for the fear of Halloween? Samhainophobia. In what country did the tradition of Halloween originate? Ireland. What is the traditional phrase used when going house to house for candy? Trick or treat. What magical creature is often shown riding a broomstick? A witch. On what date is Halloween celebrated each year? October 31st. What type of fruit is bobbed for at Halloween parties? Apples. What flying mammal is associated with vampires and Halloween? A bat. What white, ghostly figure is a common simple Halloween costume made from a sheet? A ghost. What is the name of the famous monster created by Dr. Frankenstein? Frankenstein's monster. What color cat is considered a symbol of bad luck or witchcraft in Halloween folklore? A black cat. What is the name of the holiday that falls on November 1st, the day after Halloween? All Saints' Day. What creature is said to be a human who transforms into a wolf during a full moon? A werewolf. In the Peanut special, what does Linus wait for in the pumpkin patch? The Great Pumpkin. What is the name of the famous vampire from Transylvania? spider webs. What does the word hallow in Halloween mean? Saint or holy person. What animated film features Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King of Halloween Town? The Nightmare Before Christmas. What is the name for a reanimated corpse, often seen in horror movies? A zombie. What food item is said to repel vampires? Garlic. What is the title of the 1978 horror film directed by John Carpenter, set on Halloween night? Halloween. What bony figures are often used as Halloween decorations? Skeletons. What tri-colored candy is a popular, but sometimes disliked, Halloween treat? Candy corn. What large, black pot do witches often brew potions in? A cauldron. In It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, what does Charlie Brown receive in his trick-or-treat bag? Rocks. What wrapped monster is associated with ancient Egypt? A mummy. What is the name of the butler in the Addams Family? Lurch. What sweet treat is made by coating an apple in a hard red sugar glaze? A candy apple. In Harry Potter, what kind of monster is Fluffy, the guardian of the Sorcerer's Stone? A three-headed dog. What is the name of the clown in Stephen King's novel, It? Pennywise. What liquid, real or fake, is often used to simulate injuries for Halloween costumes? Fake blood. What are the names of the three Sanderson sisters from the movie Hocus Pocus? Sasquatch. What is the tradition of telling scary stories often called? Ghost stories. What is the name of the hotel run by Dracula in a popular animated movie series? Hotel Transylvania. What creature is said to be undead and must sleep in a coffin lined with its native soil? A vampire. What is the monster mash? A famous Halloween song. What do you call a building that is supposedly inhabited by ghosts? A haunted house. In the legend of Sleepy Hollow, what object does the Headless Horseman throw? A pumpkin. What is the name of the daughter in the Addams Family? Wednesday. What large, hairy spider is a common symbol of Halloween? A tarantula. What is the name of the villain in the A Nightmare on Elm Street series? Freddy Krueger. What is a poltergeist? A spirit or ghost that moves objects. What is the name of the friendly ghost from cartoons and movies? Casper. What is the name of Gomez Adams's brother? Fester. What is the traditional flower of the dead, often used in Day of the Dead celebrations? Marigold. What are the bones of the human head called, often used as a symbol of death? A skull. What is the name of the ghost with the most from a 1988 film? Beetlejuice. What kind of story is Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? ghost story. What classic horror movie monster is often covered in bandages? The Mummy. What is the name of the main character in the Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Ichabod Crane. What is the word for a magical spell or curse? A hex. What is the son's name in the Addams Family? Pugsley. In what movie does a character say, "I see dead people"? The Sixth Sense. What is a common disguise worn on Halloween to hide one's face? A mask. The ancient Celtic festival that Halloween is based on is called what? Samhain. What object is said to be able to kill a werewolf? A silver bullet. Who is the vampire daughter of Dracula in Hotel Transylvania? Mavis. What time of night is traditionally known as the witching hour? Midnight. What is a boggart in folklore? A mischievous spirit or ghost. What is the name of the disembodied hand in the Addams Family? Thing. What group of ghost hunters famously drove the Ecto-1? The Ghostbusters. What is the name of the mask worn by the killer in the Halloween movie series? A William Shatner mask. What do you call the carved pumpkin with a light inside? A jack-o'-lantern. What is the name of the camp where the Friday the 13th movies are set? crystal lake. What do you call a person who claims to see the future, often using a crystal ball? A fortune teller. What is the name of the evil doll in the Child's Play movies? Chucky. What sweet, sticky food is often made by melting popcorn and marshmallows into a sphere? Popcorn balls. What is the name of the book that summons the dead in the Evil Dead movies? The Necronomicon. What is the name of the family that moves into the haunted house in the Amityville Horror? The Lutz family. What is a banshee? A wailing spirit that signals a death. What classic horror film featured a shower scene with a famous violin score? Psycho. What is the name of the pet raven in the Addams Family? They do not have a pet raven. What is the name of the board game used to contact spirits? A Ouija board. What is the name of the mysterious house guest who overstays his welcome in the Addams Family? Cousin It. What is the name of the primary killer in the Friday the 13th series? Jason Voorhees. What small amphibian is often shown as a witch's familiar? A toad or frog. In the movie Hocus Pocus, what is the name of the boy who was turned into a black cat? Thackeray Binks. What is the name of the mother and matriarch of the Addams Family? Morticia. What is the name of the father and patriarch of the Addams Family? Gomez. What is the name of the green-skinned witch in The Wizard of Oz? The Wicked Witch of the West? What type of large, fortified building is often the home of a vampire? A castle. What is a book of magical spells often used by witches called? A spell book or grimoire? What is the common name for the monster in the movie Alien? The xenomorph. What is another name for a ghost or apparition? A phantom. In the first Alien movie, what was the name of the spaceship? The Nostromo. In Ghostbusters, what is the name of the iconic green ghost? Slimer. What is the traditional Halloween game where you try to eat a donut hanging from a string using no hands? Donut on a string. What large mythical creature is said to guard treasure and breathe fire? A dragon. What is the name of the haunted doll introduced in The Conjuring? Annabelle. What is the name of the establishment in the movie Psycho? The Bates Motel. What is the name of the famous vampire hunter in the Dracula novel? Abraham Van Helsing. What is a gathering or group of witches called? A coven. What is the name of the grandmother in the Addams Family? Grandmama. What is the fear of spiders called? Arachnophobia. What unlucky number is associated with the Friday the 13th movies? What is the name of the main vampire character in the Twilight series? Cullen. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the name of Jack Skellington's ghost dog? Zero. What is the name of the teenage girl who befriends the ghosts in Beetlejuice? Lydia Dietz. What is the name of the main antagonist in the Saw movie series? Jigsaw. What is the name of the main street in the A Nightmare on Elm Street films? Elm Street. What does the boo sound supposedly mimic? The sound a ghost makes. What is the name of the human boy who befriends Mavis in Hotel Transylvania? Jonathan or Johnny. In The Ring, what object carries the curse? A videotape. What is the name of the high school in Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Sunnydale High. What is the name of the author who wrote Dracula? Bram Stoker. What is the name of the author who wrote Frankenstein? Mary Shelley. What is the name of the hotel in Stephen King's The Shining? The Overlook Hotel. What is the name of the friendly vegetarian vampire bunny in children's books? Bunnicula. What is a doppelganger? A look-alike or double of a living person. What is the name of the killer in the Scream movies? Ghostface. What small winged creature is said to be a mischievous spirit or fairy? A pixie. What is the name of the final girl in the original Halloween movie? Laurie Strode. What is a seance? A meeting to try to communicate with the dead. What is the name of the clown-like doll in the movie Poltergeist? The clown doll. What is the title of the Edgar Allan Poe poem that features a raven? The Raven. What is the name of the ship that brought Dracula to England? The Demeter. What is a gargoyle? A carved stone figure, often grotesque. What is the name of the town in The Nightmare Before Christmas? Halloween Town. What is the name of the talking cat in Sabrina the Teenage Witch? Salem. What is the fear of clowns called? Coulrophobia. What is the name of the author known for his Goosebumps book series? Robert L. Stein. What is the name of the house in The Haunting of Hill House? Hill House. What is a lich in fantasy? An undead sorcerer. What is the name of the main antagonist? A demon in The Exorcist. Pazuzu. What is the name of the girl possessed in the movie The Exorcist? Regan McNeil. What is the name of the author who wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow? Washington Irving. What is the fear of the number 13 called? Triskaidekaphobia. What is the name of the demon in the Conjuring movies that often appears as a nun? is the theme song from The Addams Family famous for? It snaps. What is the title of the Tim Burton movie about a reanimated dog? Frankenweenie. What is the name of the dog in Frankenweenie? Sparky. What is the name of the vampire in Sesame Street? Count Von Count. What activity does Count Von Count love to do? Counting. What is the name of the town in the Scream movies? Woodsboro. What is the name of the main final girl in the Scream series? Sidney Prescott. What classic 1982 horror film was directed by Tobe Hooper and produced by Steven Spielberg? Poltergeist. What is the name of the hotel manager in Psycho? Norman Bates. What is the name of the fictional town in Maine where many Stephen King stories, like It, are set? Derry. What is the name of the club formed by the children in Stephen King's It? The Losers Club. What is the name of the main character, the father in The Shining? Jack Torrance. What phrase does Jack Torrance type repeatedly in The Shining? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. What is the name of the main character in the Evil Dead series? Ash Williams. What is the famous line from Poltergeist spoken by the character Carol Ann? They're here. What is the Mexican holiday that celebrates and remembers deceased loved ones? Dia de los Muertos. painted sugar skulls used for in Day of the Dead celebrations. To honor the dead, what are the names of the ghost couple in Beetlejuice? Adam and Barbara Maitland. What is the name of the vampire hunter in the Blade movies? Blade. What is the name of the author who wrote Interview with the Vampire? Anne Rice. What is the name of the main vampire in Interview with the Vampire? Lestat de Lioncourt. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the name of the ragdoll woman who loves Jack? Sally. What is the name of the author who wrote The Haunting of Hill House? Shirley Jackson. In Hocus Pocus, what must a virgin light on Halloween to bring the witches back? The black flame candle. What is the name of the serial killer in Child's Play before he becomes the doll? Charles Lee Ray. What is the name of the suburb where the Freelings live in Poltergeist? Cuesta Verde. What is the fear of being buried alive called? Taphophobia. What is the name of the Book of the Dead in the 1999 movie The Mummy? The Book of the Dead. In Ghostbusters, what is the name of the woman played by Sigourney Weaver who is possessed? Dana Barrett. In Ghostbusters, what is the name of the terror dog that is the Keymaster? Vince Clortho. In Ghostbusters, what is the name of the terror dog that is the gatekeeper? Sewell. What is the name of the giant marshmallow monster in Ghostbusters? The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. Massachusetts town is the movie Hocus Pocus set? Salem. What is the fear of Friday the 13th called? Paraskevidicatryphobia. What is the first name of Dr. Frankenstein? Victor. What is the name of the vampire in the 1922 silent film Nosferatu? Count Orlok. In The Silence of the Lambs, what is the name of the cannibalistic doctor? Hannibal Lecter. What is the name of the doll in the movie The Boy? Brahms. What is the name of the fictional town in A Nightmare on Elm Street? Springwood. What weapon does Freddy Krueger famously use? A clawed glove. What is the name of the hotel in American Horror Story Hotel? The Hotel Cortez. In The Shining, what is the name of the boy who has psychic powers? Danny Torrance. What is the name of the main killer in the Halloween movies? Michael Myers. What is the name of Michael Myers' psychiatrist? Dr. Sam Loomis. What is the name of the fictional town where the Halloween movies are set? Haddonfield. In The Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the name of the evil gambling boogeyman? Oogie Boogie. What is the name of the author of the short story The Telltale Heart? Edgar Allan Poe. What is the name of the main cannibalistic family in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? The Sawyer family. What signature weapon does the killer Leatherface use? A chainsaw. What is the name of the haunted spaceship in the movie Event Horizon? The Event Horizon. What is the name of the winged monster in the Jeepers Creepers movies? The Creeper. In the Addams Family, what is the name of Morticia's carnivorous plant? Cleopatra. What is the nickname of the large shark in the movie Jaws? Bruce. What is the name of the island town terrorized by the shark in Jaws? Amity Island. What is a revenant in folklore? A corpse that has returned from the dead. What is the name of the main character in the zombie comedy Shaun of the Dead? Shaun. In the movie Beetlejuice, how many times must you say his name to summon him? 3 times. What is the name of the scientist in the 1986 horror film The Fly? Seth Brundle. In the series Stranger Things, what is the name of the monster from the first season? The Demogorgon. And with that, our quiz for tonight is complete. It's time to let all the questions and answers just